what I like to do against this, first and foremost, I like to look at the X receiver against spinner. It's going to be a one play touchdown. That was really good alpha, by the way. All right, bang bang. This is going to be fade out of empty Trey stack. So if you do want to come out in this formation and not go from tight doubles to empty Trey stack, I like to do is put the package to halfback stack. Once again, my running back is going to be the back receiver who can be on different drags and slants and quick passes, and with short end with Marshall Faulk, I really like it, and allows me to audible back to any type of trio, trips, or 2-3 receiver set if I'd like. All right, so fade out. First off, this formation is so good versus dollar. It's really good versus nickel over as well. So I'm gonna first and foremost just go over some of the basics, right? So if they're in a cover 3 sky, they're base aligned. All you do, the first base setup is against any zone coverage, any type of cover 2 or cover 3. This is going to be essentially a one play touchdown. And if they're in cover 4, that's where I like to audible to post wheel. It's very good. Or really anything underneath is wide open versus the cover 4. So they can't run cover 2, right? They can't run cover 3. And a lot of man coverage can be bombed as well. But first and foremost, let me show you what I mean by you can throw that to the inside. But what's really good about this is I like to actually throw it to the Y receiver, which is this little fade route, right? Watch how the inside third, right? There's only 3 deep safeties, and we have 5 guys going deep, right? So this middle right here is going to be open. But what I'd like to read is the 2 receiver side on this left-hand side. Okay, so you can throw like bullet pass lead with a free form to the inside to the running back, and as you can see, he got open. He caught the ball even on deep zone KO. But this is a one play touchdown to 81 Mike Williams. All right, so let's show that again. Just streak the running back. All right. So right when he gets past there, and then you can boom, big time catch, freeform that to the outside. Really easy to do, and also you can do that with RB, right? You can find that little sweet spot there. Can be good. Now, when I look to that side, is typically whenever I'm on this left hash. Okay. I always like to be on a hash. I hate being in the middle of the field, but when you're on this hash, right, it's easy to be able to freeform that or high throw it. So all I do is throw a high ball, and then I go down into the outside or down into the inside, just depending on what you want to do. And most of the time, he's going to be able to catch that and not get hit. Now, in Mutt, we have all these really big freaks, and so some of the throws can be a little bit tighter, but the window is there, and you're able to complete that. Okay, so let me show you this wide receiver gets open right there as well. So we got these big bullies out there that are giving us a little bit of trouble in practice mode. No big deal, but yeah, see, just bullet pass, leave that down. So you have those 2 seams, right, versus cover 3. Now let's go to a cover 2. All right, let's do this. Just let them pass the cloud, and boom, easy completion. The sideline there, the deep middle is open as well. Literally everything is open. You just have to let him cross the hook, and you can pass lead that to the inside. Easy completion there. Also on the right hand side, it's obviously going to be a bit, big time as well versus the cover 2. All right, just let him pass after B gets bumped. He's going to be open to the sideline as well. So in cover 2, as you should know, what is the weak spots is the 4 corners, I like to say. The 2 corners that are short right at the line of scrimmage on the outside, underneath the clouds, unless it's a hard flat, or if it's a cloud or hard flat, over the cloud flat or hard flat, underneath or to the outside of the deep halves, right? And you just have a pull route that's keeping the halves in the middle of the field, and you can pepper both outsides, right? And then obviously the deep middle can be as well. You can exploit that as well against cover 2. So those are the 4 corners, right? Short and deep to the outside is what you're looking to attack. You just have to let the B receiver get past the cloud, and it's easy. Typically a one-play touchdown. So that's fade out versus zone. Versus man, it can be good as well. We'll go to a cover one. One thing I like to do versus man is I like to ag it, and that was a really bad throw. And what I like to do when I do this to the wide receiver is I like to go down into the outside like that, right when he cuts, get underneath the guys, and boom, it can be an easy completion. Like I said, the Ags have got a little bit worse now that you have these really big giants out there in mutt, but that's still very aggable versus man. Let me actually try to press the man coverage here. Okay, boom, just like that. Especially man press, it works really good. You can also do this to any of the other guys as well. The defense is baseline press, and obviously you understand that if they don't, you can quick hike this really fast, and if they don't get the adjustment off to man up the tight end, that's going to be an easy one-play touchdown. But what I like to do, I like to look at the X receiver against spinner. It's going to be a one-play touchdown. That was really good alpha, by the way. That was really good alpha. Versus spinner, they're going to be pressed, and when they press, this is a one-play touchdown. Boom. You see that? Just streak X. Look at that. Easy. All right. So they're going to do different things. A really good player will end up backing up the coverage, right? So they're not pressed. They man that guy up. All right. What else do I like to do? You can quickly throw different things. Like you could quickly throw this underneath like that against backed off man coverage. Okay, that's just a read. You're gonna have to you just have to get good at it. Meaning you just have to practice it, right? The other thing I like to do is I like to high ball underneath. Okay, didn't work there, but I like to do that as well. So that's the two things I really like to do in fade out versus man coverage. The other thing I like to do is I like to put both the RB and X on slants, and I like to motion in RB. Okay, and as you can see on the motion slant, one of them is going to get open. I blitzed like 7 there, so I need to do my adjustments on defense. All right, and then motion Calvin right here, because when you motion slant, he's going to get a little bit better separation, and boom, one of the slants are going to be open. And if they end up not blitzing on one side, which a lot of times they end up doing, you're going to have just more time to step up in the pocket. And make sure against this, you don't step back, because you can see if you do move back, you're moving into the blitz, where if you step up, they can actually get fully picked. It can get picked up. But this is also why I like short in on this guy. As you can see, he lit up. Boom. Look how much he just torches him. So they have to have a user right there, short right there, or it's going to be a completion. Once again, if they have these guys backed up, they also have to guard the short area right here, right? So it makes it very hard to blitz. And then also, you can try your chances on an ag. If they have a Peppers, like Julius Peppers out there, I don't want to really try to ag that. It'll be difficult. But that's what fade out is, right? It's a really good play. It's the base play of this offense. Against cover 2, cover 3, it's one play touchdowns versus man. The slants, the motion slant, the quick pass from the slot. Also, if they're in spinner or any type of press defense, it's a one play touchdown. So that's the base play in an empty tray stack. You've got to make them adjust to that. It makes it very hard to blitz, and then that's when you can eat them up with the other combos that we're going to go over.